If you clicked on this video, it's because you want to scale your ecom store without burning out. Well, I've built and scaled my ecom store to over 7 figures while managing it in under an hour a day. And that's only possible because I've learned the laziest way to scale your ecom brand. So in this video, I'm going to show you through my process so you can take a step back from the day-to-day running of your business and scale on easy mode. Now stick with me just for a few minutes and you'll know the shortcut that every ecom brand owner needs to use. So just to give you confidence that I know what I'm talking about, these are the results that I've got for myself for one of my stores over the last couple of years, and these are the results that I've got for one of my clients that I'm working with now to input this into their business. And the secret with this laziest way to scale an ecom brand is that it's not a hack. It's not a Shopify hack with CRO, it's not a new Meta campaign, not Google ads. It's not one of these hacks that you see advertised. It's something that's actually upstream from income generation. It has to be done first before you can start spending your time on Shopify, Meta or ads or however you generate your income. It's more important than that because without this you won't be able to do any income generation tasks. So this is the real reason that you get stuck. It's because you're going through your daily hamster wheel. And I'm saying this and I can look at this photo and laugh because I know that it was me. When I was running my business for the first time and understanding that I was the one that was crucial to the growth of my business first on when I was early on in the business, I didn't realize how crucial my time was. And every day I was repeatedly doing tasks that effectively put me into a hamster wheel and meant that I couldn't scale. Now, that means that I was coming up against a brick wall. And this will be something that you might resonate with as well, because your day might be filled with these kind of tasks, responding to emails, making sure orders are fulfilled, looking at the ads, operating the customer service yourself potentially, like whether that's live chat or phone calls. And so when you're trying to dedicate time or do the things that you know is going to generate income to keep scaling to the next level for your business, you're hitting a brick wall and it looks like a plateau in your sales revenue. And you know that on the other side of that is the scale that you want, the growth that you want and the freedom that you want. However, you can't get to that and it's difficult to pin down why. You've tried different hacks, you've tried different ad platforms, you've tried this and that and the other, but you don't quite understand why these things aren't working. And I know now from experience of working with my clients and working on myself and looking at myself internally, I've known that it's always down to the way that I spend my time, and so we can operate that. The reason that I want you to stick with me and understand why it's worth it is because this is what my days look like now. This is a couple of weeks ago and I had about 7K worth of orders and I was dotting around in KL in Malaysia. And I just say that just so you stick with me to know that it's well worth the time to put this in place. But to be honest, it's the laziest way. But we just need to first understand that you are the brick wall. You are in your own way. So you need to get out of the way. But how do you actually step back and scale? Well, there's 3 ways that I did for my business and 3 things that I implement into my clients' businesses, and it's repeatedly worked in order for them to scale and for myself to scale. So it's in this order as well. We start by systemizing, then we automate, and then we outsource. So what does that mean? And I can go into detail now about how we do this. Firstly, to systemize, we need to document the processes. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, your business is a set of processes, is a set of clear defined tasks that you complete, but maybe it's only in your head and you need to get that on paper in the form of SOPs, and you need to then organize those SOPs into folder systems. So whether that's Google Drive, whether that's a project management area. So that means your business becomes a repeatable machine that you can outsource, which is the next steps. So you should have checklists to follow, you should have SOPs for everything in your business. Now that you've systemized, you can then move on to the next step, which is to automate. So now you've got systems, you can see how your business operates, and you'll see opportunities for where repeatable tasks happen that can be done by a robot or an automation rather than somebody or anyone that you want to hire. So the way we can do that is with AI. We can also use tools like Make and Zapier to create automations. This is Zapier, this is Make. And also I use voice agents now to answer phone calls from customers as well. So I create automations like this, and this automation takes people from a call that we receive into our voice agent. It then puts the details of the call into Google Sheets, and also it will summarize the call with ChatGPT and then organize the summary into a Google Sheet based on the responses that we receive from customers. And it tells my VAs then how to pick up on those calls and how to follow up with the most important leads that we pick up. So that's another way of getting out of the way of the business and increasing how much you can do without you being involved. And then finally, outsourcing. Now this is a huge uplift that I see all the time with business owners, is when they think big and they start delegating, often to virtual assistants who will then run the SOPs that you've already created. So I use a service called onlinejobs.ph, and I find VAs. You can see me here talking with a team of VAs. And what that means is that when you've got your operations set up, all of your SOPs, they will just act on those checklists that you've created, and your business will run like a machine without needing you. So it means then you can focus on what you do best rather than being taken away by just doing the day-to-day tasks, and then you can get results like this. So these are sales that I've made through my Shopify store over the last few months, and over those last few months, I've been in different countries like Singapore, Bali, that's in Bali again. I've also been to Vietnam and Malaysia and KL, Kuala Lumpur. This is me with friends on a stag do, and the sales are still coming in and my business is running 7 days a week, regardless of where I am. But not only can I do that for my own business, but I've also done it, interestingly, I can replicate it with clients, so like Jared and Adam. For example, Jared is a YouTube short that I recorded with him, and he explained in a little testimonial, he said he's never been in a position where he can not worry about his brand every day. He just needs to pay the invoices now, and that's because we went through those processes that I've just explained. Also, Adam, another client, he's now making 10K sales, and he's getting to 80K a month, and he used to be burnt out, but he's now tripled his ROAS up to 45 consistently, and he's messaged me this to say he's now able to step back and enjoy the moment, which is important because sometimes we get carried away with the numbers, but we need to actually be able to step back and enjoy it as well. So he's loving the work that we've done together. So all of this to say, get out of your own way. I guarantee these 3 steps is going to be the difference to all of the rest of the growth that you can see in your business. Don't worry about the different hacks. Don't worry about income generation. Think about how can I get time in order to focus on the right things in my business. And then you'll get to scale, you get to the numbers, but also you'll get to freedom that you want to see as well. So with that said, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Loads to take away. Now, as I mentioned, I work with people to put this into their business, and I know that it is the right thing for you. If you're in a position where you feel like you can't scale, you're plateauing, whether that's your brand, whether you're doing drop shipping, any type of e-commerce, I'm here to help you. So this isn't the point of the video, but I do want to let you know that I believe in what I do. And so if you want to automate and systemize and put VAs into your business, that's exactly what I specialize in. So the best way to do that is to send me a message on Instagram, and I am willing to audit your current systems and tell you exactly where you can improve. So fire away with a message on Instagram. Looking forward to helping you, but the most important thing is that you got value from today's video. So with that said, I'll catch you in the next one.